everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host Tay, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode with me. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate all the love, all the support that I get on this podcast. Okay, so this week, this podcast is going to be like a little, I guess like a little fun or whatever. Like, I challenge myself to track my spending for a week straight from Sunday to Sunday. And I'm gonna be like exposing myself of how much money I spent. This isn't gonna include like major bills or anything like rent and stuff like that. It's just literally just me going through like my everyday life, like day I'm at work, day I'm off work, like what do I spend? I just thought this would be a challenge for me because, for one, I have a shopping addiction. I budget sometimes, not all the time, and I'm really honestly trying to get better with finances because I'm not the best. I'm not like the absolute worst because of course I save and do everything I need to do to, you know, keep myself up, like, save and all that stuff for emergencies, but I could do better because the older I get, the more I'm inspired to learn more about financing, learn more about investing. And of course, we know like credit is everything. Like having good credit, with good credit, you could get anything, I feel like. And I feel like in our 20s, it's difficult because money and finances isn't something that we are taught at a super early age. So my sister is like my financial advisor. Like she helps me, she does my taxes, like she helps me with all that stuff. And that's why like I go to her, like being young, like, okay, what can I do I need my money to multiply, like what account should I put it in and all these things. So I feel like this episode, this like me tracking my spending, because honestly I can't even sit here, I'm not even gonna lie, I have never tracked my spending. Like okay, that sounds bad. I track my spending but not as closely as I did this time for this week. Like I sat down each day, like, oh, I spent this much. Like if I spend like $5-6 here, I don't track that. But of course I track like when I go shopping and major bigger trips like that. But if I was spending like $5 or $6 on a sandwich or something quick, like I don't track that. But now I tracked every little purchase from the past week. I'm going to get into my weekly recap. Oh my god, so this week, kind of boring, just worked, but the weekend, actually had a fun weekend. It was hot. Like, okay, so I know a couple podcasts, like a couple episodes ago, I'm like, it's cold, it's this, it's that, but it's actually, as I'm recording today, it's not cold, but it's not hot. But over the weekend, it was hot, like 95, 96 degrees. It was very warm. So I was very happy about that. I got to wear my little outfit, like to show some skin, a little skin, because, it's summertime. Like, you just want to show some skin. I hate wearing jeans and pants and all that all the time. Like, a little skirt, shorts, something cute. But anyway, I went to brunch. Love a brunch on Saturday. That was fun. I went to this pop-up shop kind of thing where people like showed off like their art and little things that they're selling, and they had like drinks and stuff there. So I did that. So yeah, brunch was good, and then ended up going out to DC. DC is fun. We went to this place called, where did we go? Oh, it was called Lost Society. It's like a bar slash club, but like a club slash restaurant, one of those kind of vibes. So it was one of those days, those days where it's like, okay, you start at brunch and then you're just going all day. That's kind of how it was. We were just going all day. Was at brunch, and then went down to National Harbor, the wharf, I think it's called, was there, walked around, and mind you, we're walking around 90 degrees, so constantly have to get water, something to drink. Sunday, pretty relaxing. I got my TV stand put together. Thank goodness, my TV stand and my rug came last week. Okay, so yeah, that was a highlight of last week. My rug came. I got my rug from Amazon. I'll link it in the show notes if you're interested, but it's a nice rug. It was like $100. I didn't expect it to be this big. I think it's an 8x10. I'm gonna have to double check the measurements. I didn't think it would be this big, but it's nice. But yeah, if interested in seeing it, I'll put a link in the show notes. That came, so happy. It was just like, because I have like hardwood floors in my apartment, so it's like when you add a rug, it's just so much better. Like, you don't have that like a lot of echo sounds, and it might still be kind of echoey in here, but it's not as bad as it was before. And I got my TV stand put together. My last TV stand that I had it for about 3 years. I had it for about 4 years. I gave it up because it was like leaning. Like, that was a TV stand when I first got it 4 years ago. I put it together, and I mean, I'm not handy. I'm not gonna say I'm kind of I'm not handy at all. Like, so I'm like, okay, this time, and I just gave it up because it was scratched, it was damaged, and it was leaning, and I'm like, I'm not putting my new TV on it because if my new TV falls, because my old TV already got broken during the move, so if my new TV falls and breaks, I'm gonna be mad. So I was like, I'm gonna just get a brand new TV stand, cute. Wayfair, just FYI, Wayfair is having a sale. Like, they're having like one of those warehouse blowout sales where everything is like $100, $200 off. So I got this TV stand for a good deal, and I paid extra for the assembly, like for them to put it together. It was like maybe like $60-$70 extra for them to put it together. So yeah, that it was worth it, because I'm like I was like, oh, this sturdy is screwed in and everything, like, because listen, when I put my first TV stand together, it was, I don't even know how it lasted 4 years without falling apart, but it did. So I did something right, but I did a lot wrong. So definitely got it put together this time. Thank goodness. It's so nice. Love it. The rug, love it. So living room is slowly but surely coming together. Well, just my apartment, because I'm just terrible at home decor, and I'm slow at getting things up and pictures on the walls and decor up. I'm just slow when it comes to that kind of stuff, but it's coming together, so I was so glad about that. But yeah, so that was Sunday. Got my TV stand put together and just did some chores, just chilled and got ready for my work week. But this week is it's a short week. I only have to work 2 days, thank goodness. Hate working. Just kidding. No, I'm not. I only have to work 2 days this week, and then I have a long weekend. I'll spend it with my family. I'm going down to the Wild 'N Out show. It's gonna be so fun. It's like live. I ain't never been to a live Wild 'N Out show. I don't know what to expect, but I'm ready, but I'm nervous because I don't want them to come out like it's the crowd. You know how they do on this show. I'm like, please don't fry me. Like, so we'll see how that goes, but I'm excited to go. They is hilarious on that show. My mom is cooking for Memorial Day, so I cannot wait to eat. Okay, so I'm looking forward to this weekend coming up. So yeah, that's my weekly recap. Next episode, I'll go into like how the show was, the Wild 'N Out show and all that. Like, let you guys know how it went. Like I said, I'm so happy that the weather is getting warmer now. It is a lot of rain. It's a lot of rain. Like, it's supposed to rain this whole week. That's annoying, but it is what it is. It's just, it rains a lot. Okay, I'll go into my new segment. So I wanted to incorporate a new segment into my episodes. Ooh, yay. I wanted to incorporate a new segment called Tune In with Tay. And I do be watching a lot of shows. Like, I watch a lot of shows. I listen to not a lot of podcasts, but a good amount. And I watch a lot of movies. Like, when I'm at home, I'm at home. Like, I don't leave my apartment. Like I said, like I mentioned last episode, like sometimes I'll go on a binge if I'll go out every weekend for 2-3 weeks, and then for 2-3 months I don't want to go anywhere. So, and when I'm at home, I'm binging like a show, a movie, or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the show of the week with Tune In with Tay. Okay, so the show I'm gonna talk about this week is Real Housewives of Atlanta. I keep getting tongue-tied. If you know me, my friends know, family know, I love me some Real Housewives. Some Basketball Wives. Love it. I just love reality TV. Sorry, like some people don't, some people hate it, but I like it. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta. As you all know, well, not you all, because I'm sure everybody don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, but the stars of the show are not there. They're not on this season. Cynthia, Portia, Nene, they're not on there. So, and I was hesitant. Of course, I'm going to watch it, but I'm like, I don't know how it's going to be because, Portia, Cynthia. Well, Nene wasn't on for last season either. Her last season was like 2-3 seasons ago. But at least we had Portia. Portia's fun. She makes the show. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Candy. But Candy, she could be a little bit boring when it comes to like the drama aspect on the show, because that's what we watch the show for. We watch it for the drama. But I love Candy, like, period. But Candy's still on it. But I was just like, they're getting rid of some people, but they did bring back a Sheree. So I like Sheree, and Sheree ain't changed. Sheree still bring the drama. Sheree still comes with it. So that's one good thing. I do like Sheree, because Sheree be like, okay, so let me tell you. Okay, I got the receipts. Let me, you know what I'm saying? So Sheree be coming with it. So messy. So messy, but I love it. And Marlo finally got her peach. Like, listen, Marlo been on Housewives for how many years? Marlo has been on Housewives for a minute, and she finally got her peach. So I'm so happy for her. Like, she finally got her peach. She is living. It is cool to see. Like, of course, we always see Marlo just, like, with the group. But you know how, like, the girls will film their individual lives. And it's cool to see her, like, she's raising her nephews and stuff like that. Like, it's cool to see her in that mode and behind the scenes, pretty much. And Drew Sidora and her husband, he be irritating me because I don't like the way he talked to her. Like, they was at a therapy session. Just the episode I watched last night. They was at a therapy session talking about, I got her lobster and steak and stuff. She deserved a Lunchable. All because she wanted to express her feelings. I'm like, bruh, don't talk to your wife like that. Like, come on now. But yeah, they messy on this show. So of course, if you like me and you like reality shows, watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Hey, this is a oldie but a goodie. This show has been out for years. Like, the show started in like 2009. Show's been out for 10 years. So that is my show of the week, and I'm just going to be incorporating that. Just a cute little segment. I thought it would be fun to just give some recommendations of things that I'm watching, listening to, and all that good stuff. And not all of it is going to be like new stuff. Some of it's gonna be old. So like, even something old that I bring up, you'll be like, wow, I haven't watched that in a long time, or I haven't seen that in a long time. It might be a movie, an old show, Now let's get into our question and poll of the week. This week I put up 3 questions/polls. So the first one, I did a poll. Do you track your weekly spending? Yes or no? Majority said no, which I'm on that side too. I do not track my weekly spending all the time. Like, no, I do not track my weekly spending all the time. How much, in the next question I said, how much do you think you spend in a week? A lot of answers I got were in the 150, like 100 to 250 range. Those are a lot of answers that I got. And of course, like, I don't feel like people spend the exact amount of money every week, because for one, you have bills, you have subscriptions, we have, like Afterpay and stuff like that. So like, no, I don't think a person spends the exact amount of money each week unless they don't have any of those things. So I don't feel like every week is going to be the same amount. So yeah, that's the most I got. How much do you spend in a week? About 150 to 250, 300. Majority people said that. And last one, I put a poll. Do you budget? Yes or no? A lot of people said no. Which I could be on that end, because I'm not, like, I'll budget sometimes. Like, okay, so I'll get into a habit of budgeting for like a couple weeks and then I'll fall off. I have never done it long term, and which I need to. I mean, I guess it'd just be better to be more aware of what you're spending, which made me more aware this past week when I just tracked my spending, which I'm going to go ahead and get into now. Okay, I'm going to start with Sunday. So Sunday, I spent nothing. I didn't spend no money on Sunday. I'm home. I was home all day on Sunday. I just chilled, watched TV. I didn't spend any money. I had food in my fridge that I cooked. So yeah, Sunday was no money. Monday, I went to work on Monday and I ordered, well, yeah, me going to work is not really a factor, but I mean, it is, but it's not. So on Monday, I ordered a new ring light from Amazon, which was $30. I ordered a new ring light because my old ring light, it worked halfway. Like it didn't stand up anymore. I had to do all this maneuver to get it to stand up. And it was just, in the move, I feel like a couple pieces got missing and the cover, half of it is cracked. It's just a mess. So I ordered a new ring light, which was $30 from Amazon. Oh, that's why I mentioned me being at work. So when I was at work that day, I did go to the little store that we have there and and I bought some hot Cheetos. $2. So Monday in total I spent $32. And then not bad so far. Not bad so far. We're 2 days in with $32, okay? Of course, the money starts to get higher as the weekend grows closer. And I'm not always off on the weekends, but the weekends that I'm off, sometime when I choose to go out, and that's when it goes up, okay? So Tuesday come around. Tuesday I got a pizza and some wine and a bottle of wine. So the pizza I got, it was all right. I got a pizza for $10 and then I got a bottle of wine for $15. So that's $25 for wine and pizza. Cause I'm like, I want some wine with my pizza. I just felt like having some wine. So that was on a Tuesday. Just had, and I was off too. Like, and that's another thing too. Like I'm off random days during the week. I could be like today's Tuesday, week from last week, I'm off. Tomorrow's Wednesday, I'm off. And I'm off random days throughout the week. That's just how my job is. We don't work set days, which is nice, but not really. It's cool. But so that was $25 for Tuesday. Wednesday, I went to dinner. I did go to dinner on Wednesday. So now you'll notice this week I didn't meal prep a lot this week. As you can see, I didn't meal prep a lot this week. So yeah, this is literally like me going through not a normal week, but like a week where if I don't feel like meal prepping, I'm going out to eat. And that's just like, this is something that I will do. Like, this is things that will happen to me. Like, I'll cook for Sunday and Monday and I don't cook for Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and I'm eating out, which is not good. But it happens sometimes. So I'm on Wednesday, went to dinner, $50. I went to dinner, went to one of the restaurant. I can't remember what it was, but I got like baked chicken. And it was one of those restaurants where, so sometimes, with the restaurants you go to, your entree and your side come as one for like, what, 30 something dollars. But this one particularly, which they have a lot in the DMV area, your entree and your side is different. So your entree could be like $25 and your side could be like $15. But most of the times the side is shareable. So like the side is most of the time. I don't think this one was that shareable. It wasn't that big. But sometimes in particular with the sides being separate, most of the time you can share it with the person that you're with. This particular night, I was out to eat by myself. And honestly, now that I'm thinking back, this dinner was not that great. So, yeah. Okay. Not that great, honestly. But, yeah. So, dinner was $50 on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I got... Thursday, I was at work this morning. And I went down to the little store that we have there. And I got a breakfast sandwich for $5. Now, I'm rounding up. So, like, I'm not adding in, like, the cents and all that stuff because I don't feel like it. But I'm just rounding up, and these are the things that I spent. So, $5 for a breakfast sandwich. And then after that day, I remember I had a horrible day. That day, I was tired, irritable, not wanting to be bothered. And I definitely was not going to be bothered with cooking. So, again, this is real life. Like, everyday life. Like, I was so irritated that day, and I was like, I planned on cooking, but that day it was just so annoying. Not the best day for me. So I went to Moe's. Hot take, I think Moe's is better than Chipotle. Don't come for me, y'all. Don't come for me. But I think Moe's is better than Chipotle. I haven't had Chipotle in about a couple weeks or so, or not even a couple weeks. It's probably been over like a month or two since I had Chipotle. I'm gonna try Chipotle again because when I just had this Moe's that other day, it hit. It was hit. So I'm like, do I think Moe's is better than Chipotle? I think it is at this very moment. I think it is, but I might change my mind after I eat Chipotle. I don't know. I'll get back to you. But the Moe's was hitting. We're gonna go into Friday. So Friday, I had to fill up my gas tank. Okay. Now we know gas. The inflation, gas $5 a gallon. Like some places, gas is fluctuating all over. But the lowest I've seen was like $4. Like probably not even $4 anymore. Like $4.10. But it takes $59, almost $60 to fill up my gas tank. I went from, I think mine was 40 when gas was regular. I think mine was like 38 to $40 to almost $60. Like that hurt. It just hurts like a little bit because it's like, and my thing is I hate going to gas pumps. Like I hate pumping gas. So I'm not the type of person that like, oh, fill it up halfway, fill it up here. I just fill it up all the way up until I gotta go fill it up again. Like I just like to go once or twice, and I have to fill my tank maybe if I'm like not going anywhere out of town or anything, probably like twice a month. I'll fill up my tank because I don't drive as much. I definitely rather take a Uber like and stuff like that. Yeah, so that $59, that was on Friday, and then $60 for Fashion Nova Afterpay. So remember I said all those subscriptions and the Afterpay and those things that just they just come out your paycheck because sometimes you forget. Well, I don't know about you, but sometimes I forget. Not gonna lie, and I'll look at my account and be like, dang. I forgot that $60 was coming out. Today was the day for the $60 to come out for the Fashion Nova payment or any other Afterpay, whatever that you get. So I was like, dang, okay. Like, like even though it's like, okay, this is what I signed up for. Like I knew it was coming out. But, sometimes it just hit a little different. You just be like, dang, I ain't expected to, I ain't expected to come out like that. But it's what it is. And so then the last thing for Friday was... Oh, I got a breakfast sandwich on Friday too. That was $5. I think I added that into that total. I hope so. But I got another breakfast sandwich. Listen, these breakfast sandwiches that I be having at my job, bomb. And that's why I started making breakfast sandwiches at home because I was inspired from the one thing at my job. I'll be getting I make the fried egg with the bacon and avocado with cheese. Fire. That's all I gotta say is fire. It's been having me in a chokehold it's been a month now. It's been over a month. If I don't have it at work, I'm making it at home. And if I don't have the croissant bread, I'm just using regular bread. Fire. And it's so quick to make too. That's why I like making it a lot for breakfast. It's so quick to make. So yeah, Friday, and then $18 came out for my subscription for my podcast distribution website. So the website I use to put out my podcast on everything, that's $18 a month. They have it's weird. They have it for they have one for $8 and then it jumps to $18. I don't need all the hours, but the cheapest one, it's not enough. It's so weird. So I just got the $18 one and I use that to put out the episodes that you guys are hearing. So we're on a Saturday. Saturdays when I went to brunch and I went out and spent a little money. So most of my money is spent, of course, on the weekends when I'm off and I'm doing something. So Saturday, I went to brunch. Brunch was $45. I had two. I didn't get bottomless. I don't even think this restaurant offered bottomless, to be honest. But I remember getting this orange sherbet mimosa. It was orange sherbet in there, and they just poured the champagne on it. It was so good. So far. I think I had 2 of those. It was so good. On the little sip and stroll thing where they had the pop-up shops and stuff, I bought a spiked punch, and that was $8. So yeah, $45 for brunch, $8 for the punch. And then when we went out later to La Society, they have these Philly cheesesteak rolls, not cheesecake, because I thought she was saying cheesecake. It's cheesesteak. Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. So fire. Them egg rolls ain't got to be that good. I was thinking about them the next day. Them egg rolls was so good. I was like, I'm about to go up there and get some. Be up in the club at 1 p.m. Can I get some egg rolls? Because it's like I mentioned, it's a club / bar. or restaurant. Club/restaurant. Like, they were so good. So I had that, and then I had the wings. So I had like 6 wings. It was like barbecue for like $15, and then the cheesesteak egg roll was like $20. It's expensive. That and it come like, it's just one big jumbo egg roll. It's expensive, but it's so good. Cause I was like, dang, $20 for one egg roll, but it's jumbo and it's good. It's worth it, man. It was so worth it. Moving on to Sunday, because this went from Sunday to Sunday. So moving on to Sunday, I went to Harris Teeter grocery store and just got some little things for like the week. I didn't need to go full on grocery shopping. And that came out to $25. So if I did this total right, now that I'm looking at this paper, I'm like, I don't know if I incorporated that. But anyway, my total is $379 in 1 week. Now, my thoughts are, WTF? Like, why am I spending that much in 1 week? But that's one thing. When you're going out, the DMV is expensive. Like, it is. So you're like, if you go out and DMV, have dinner and then go out to a club or something, and don't have brunch and dinner and then go out, you're spending at least $100 to almost $200 in one night, because DMV is really expensive. So yeah, and that wasn't, and we didn't even, get charged to go in or nothing like that. It's just the food and the drinks. It's expensive. So yeah. So like I said, my first thought was WTF, but I did want to incorporate a couple budgeting tips. Like I said, I'm not budget queen. I'm not finance queen or nothing like that. These are some things that I try to do to not spend as much. But don't come for me for the $379, because I was out having fun and living my best life, okay? Okay, so some budgeting tips. The key to not spending as much money is don't leave the house. Period. Don't leave the house. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. And then my thing is, stay at home and put your phone in another room, because people say, oh, stay in the house and not spend money, but you still got Amazon and all that stuff on your phone that you can. Amazon, you got the quick swipe to buy it now. So put your phone in another room and then just watch TV to not spend as much money, okay? Eat food at home. Eating out can be so expensive, as you guys like heard on my weekly, what I spent in a week. Dinner $50, brunch $45, egg roll $20, wings $15. Like, it adds up. And some of this stuff was all in one day. Hear me? But it's like, you gotta eat. And especially when you're like out drinking too, you have to eat. Like, that's key. You got to eat when you're out drinking. You can't just be out drinking and not eating. So when you out and, you have some drinks, you got to eat. Ubers and DoorDash and stuff like that, that stuff adds up too. Like, don't get me wrong, I love an Uber, love a Lyft, because I don't like driving. And I'm definitely not driving in DC. That's what I'm not doing. But that stuff adds up. It really does. And to me, I think of, okay, I just put $60 in my gas. Now I'm about to spend $15 on an Uber. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I could drive, but it's like, I don't like driving. I'm that person. I do not like to drive. Write down expenses. So if you write down your monthly expenses, like your rent and things, things you want, like separate like your rent of things that you need, and then other things that's like for fun. So like shopping and Target runs and stuff like that, which I didn't even go on a Target run last week, but I did go on a Target run this week. Okay, we ain't talking about that. We talking about last week. Last week, didn't go on a Target run, which I'm always going on Target runs. But yeah, so set aside different amounts of money and write down your expenses. That will definitely help out a lot when you want to budget. Another tip, last tip I have, put aside some money from each paycheck. Whether that's $50, $20, $100 from each paycheck, like, set aside something or a certain percentage. I think it's like, I can't remember the percentage each paycheck, because mine just automatically comes out and goes to like my savings and stuff. But it's a certain percentage of your paycheck that there's people say that you should put away. Do that. You know what I'm saying? Some of those things that'll keep you budgeted right. Yeah, those are my budgeting tips. Like I said, I'm just at a point where I just want to be a little more, way more financially literate. I would like to learn more. Even like learn more about credit. Like, I feel like I have a good understanding of it, but still, like, the importance of credit and what it could do, you know what I'm saying, and investing in money. I'm really into that right now. Trying to get into that and just being inspired by others around me, like that they're investing and doing this and that with their money. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the what I spent in a week. I thought this would be cool. Even if you like after this episode, you might sit back and be like, dang, how much do I spend in a week? You know what I'm saying? And it might encourage you to budget. It might encourage you to let me track how much I spend for 2-3 weeks out the month. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep yourself on track. Because writing this definitely helped me, like writing it down every day, because every day after the end of the day I sat down and wrote down, okay, I spent this much. Dang, did I have to spend it? You know what I'm saying? Did I have to go out for dinner for $50 when I had chicken in the freezer to cook? Absolutely not. But that's just what I was feeling at the time, you know? I mean, it's just sometimes I just go off of vibes. And that's kind of a toxic trait, but it is what it is. Always save for a rainy day, save for emergencies. So that way you're not in the hole, you know, when it comes to finances. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in another week with me. Come back next week for a new episode. New episodes every Thursday. Episodes go live at like midnight on Thursday, so they'll be up, you know, all day when you guys get up Thursday. So you want to, yeah. But yeah, new episode every Thursday, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.